5 years ago, I met Paige Heyn. She was just a tiny 11-year-old girl at the skate park with big dreams. I knew there was something special about Paige from the moment I met her. She had more passion than I'd ever seen a child embrace, a dad who would support her every step of the way, and she's always had the skills to make her biggest dream come true.
I can't wait to be in the Olympics.
My name is Paige Heyn. I'm 16 years old from Tempe, Arizona, and my next stop is Paris 2024 for the Olympics.
Paige got her first skateboard when she was 4 years old as a gift from her uncle. What started as just casually skating in the driveway flipped into a burning passion a couple years later.
I vividly remember Paige coming into my space wherever I was working or something and saying that she wanted to be a pro skateboarder. And I was just enthusiastic about it. I was like, that sounds great. Then we started building ramps in the garage and she started skating on them every day.
Yes!
But then when I was 8, I wanted to go to KTR, and it's an indoor trampoline and skate park. But I wanted to go and jump on the trampolines, and my parents saw that they did skate lessons, and they were like, let's just try it, one time. And I did it, and I just fell in love and has been skating since then.
I would say within the first couple of weeks of going to lessons where there was a lot of other kids, other parents were commenting about how Paige was going to go really far in this.
What? Yeah, Paige!
It's like it was identifiable to other people that had been in it for a while, that Paige was someone that had from birth ability to skateboard.
KTR, Kids That Rip, has become a breeding ground for talented skaters in Arizona, with a handful of X-Game competitors born out of the program run by Geoff Eaton. Many of Arizona's best skateboarders owe their career and passion to growing up in KTR, including fellow Arizonan and Olympian Jagger Eaton, whose father runs the skateboarding program. Paige says KTR shaped her life.
Probably wouldn't be where I am today without that program, especially the Mesa one with Jagger's dad and Jet Eaton. All of their coaching has definitely made me the skater of who I am.
So at that time, around 8, 9 years old, we were spending 4.5 hours at a training facility, and then she would come home and skateboard on the driveway. And when you see that as a parent, it's just this is what they want to do, and this is what they want to spend their time doing, and just let's go, let's do it, this is fun.
There's a lot of skaters out here trying to get to the same goals, and everyone pushes each other, just teaching me all my tricks.
And her tricks are exactly what sets her apart from many other female street skaters. And those tricks set her on a path to chasing Olympic dreams at just 11 years old.
I started getting invited to the big street contests, and I was pushed aside the bowl and really started focusing on street. And I skated switch a lot, and that's probably why I'm up in the top rankings, because not other girls are skating switch. There's only 2 or 3 doing switch tricks.
They have a lot of different parks. Oh wow, switch 50?
Skating switch, in simpler terms, means she can skateboard with her left foot forward and with her right foot forward. A skill that's difficult to achieve for most skateboarders, and a skill that she's able to do on rails, which separates her from many other women competing in the sport. But learning switch tricks didn't come from a coach. In fact, she was the coach.
It was kind of accidental. I'd have imaginary friends, and I'd want to teach them how to skate. But to make it more difficult for myself, I would skate switch. And I'd do it on my dad's long boards or fun boards, and the first time I learned switch flips, it was on a long board.
And now her Olympic dreams are anything but accidental or imaginary. It's a reality. When Paige started skateboarding, it was just for the thrill of it. It wasn't until 2018, when she was invited to Brazil for her first big international competition, that she realized this might be more than just a passion or hobby. It could be her whole life. And that's what it quickly became. Competitive skateboarding has brought Paige across the world, making new friends, winning numerous awards and championship titles. She's experienced new cultures and made new friends in the sport, all before turning 16. But it hasn't been without its challenges or sacrifice.
What it takes to get her to the Olympics is whatever it takes. right? Because we've already made this decision in our heads that this is what we want to do. And so now everything that comes towards us, we just got to figure out how we process it. Financially or time or whatever it is, we just got to fit it into the schedule and get it done.
I left school in 5th grade. I've been doing an online school since, and then that made me lose a lot of my friends that go to school.
When we decided to start online schooling, that was traditional, it was just too much to maintain because we would be gone for, it was 2 weeks in September, and then we would return for a week, and so she'd have to get caught up on everything she missed, and then we were leaving the next week after that. And so by the end of the first month, she would probably already be several weeks behind, and we would be heading out on another trip.
Paige received a grant from a program that caters to young athletes and allows students to complete schoolwork at their own pace, which has given Paige the opportunity to travel year-round for competitions, including Olympic qualifying competitions. But that has presented a challenge in itself, because most of the travel that Paige has done to pursue her dreams has been self-funded by her dad or from competition earnings.
The whole time we've been traveling, he's been funding most to all of it, and I don't think people realize how much of an impact that can put on someone's life, and it's probably super hard. It makes it super hard on him, puts pressure on me. I just want to prove that it's worth it that he's spending that money on me.
Yeah, it's taken everything financially, really. I mean, we have overextended ourselves, honestly, to be able to continue to do this.
It's incredibly difficult for talented skateboarders to break through and build their entire career on the sport because it's difficult to acquire paying sponsors. Paige has a number of sponsors that provide products, but it hasn't helped with the cost of traveling the world.
So the nice thing is Team USA they've been her biggest supporter so far to date. And they just upped her monthly allowance that I think she's had for 2 years now. So that's increased to $1,500, which isn't a lot if you look at everything we have going on. I mean, coaching can go as high as $500 a week, just to maintain that.
While the expense of becoming an Olympian never stopped her in her tracks, an injury late last year had the potential to derail her long road to Paris.
There was Rome 2022, and I did not do very good at that one. And that was a really big moment in my skateboarding where I was I need to really focus and work hard. And then the next one in Dubai 2023, I made it to finals for the first time ever and got 7th. And so all my hard work over the last months really paid off. And that put me in a really good position. It put me up in top 10. And then Switzerland, I got 3rd. So it was pretty exciting doing that, getting 3rd. And then in December was Tokyo, and I got 16th and fractured my ankle in the contest. I tried to stay positive the whole time, but it was probably the most challenging part in skateboarding that I've ever faced.
The challenges are, they what make you frustrated with life, but they also, when you look back on it, it's what made you who you are.
Paige didn't let the injury set her back. It just fueled the fire to keep pushing and get back to the skate park. Skateboarding is being featured in the Olympics for only the 2nd time in history. Her dream to compete in Paris was born the minute skateboarding was introduced in the Tokyo Olympics. Her goal is to knock down stereotypes around the sport and encourage other young women to give skateboarding a try.
I'm excited about it being the 2nd time in there, and so it's still pretty new, and I think it'll show the outsiders what skateboarding really is, that it can be some big sport, because I feel a lot of people look more down on it, thinking it's just kids running around doing bad stuff, but it's actually a great thing and proving that girls can do it too.
Paige is ranked number 10 in the world in women's street skating and will be competing in Paris on Sunday, July 28th. She'll have 2 45-second runs to prove she's the best in the world. 45 seconds to prove she deserves a gold medal.
I'm most proud that I stuck with it and continue skating, because some of the people that I grew up skating with don't skate at all anymore. And so I'm glad that I stuck with it and kept going, and I'm where I'm at now.
I know that she's got like this champion spirit where when she goes out there, you know, she can put it all together under pressure better than she can when there's a coach and a pad sitting there working with her. The pressure is what drives her and what has made her clutch in so many contests.
Just trying to do like the hardest tricks I can and have fun with it. Like remember all of the work that you put in to get there, and that no matter what happens, it's just an experience for the books. I'm super excited. I think it's going to be amazing, especially with all my friends there, and just all of us getting to like skate the Olympics together for the first time.
Paige's life may change forever, but no matter what happens, some things are just destined to remain the same.
I've always been like Dad's little girl, but especially with like traveling with him and spending so much time with him and having him be like my someone who like makes me confident in my skateboarding and like tells me I can do it, we've gotten so much closer.
So the opportunity that we've had to travel the world, we've honestly became best friends. I mean, it's like, I don't know if we were when we started, we were just kind of two people thrown in this thing together. But now that we've done it for so long, it's like, we just can't wait for the next one.
If I didn't have my dad's support in my skateboarding, I probably wouldn't be anywhere where I am. I love him, and I wouldn't be able to do it without him.
Paige is already in Paris, in the Olympic Village, awaiting the world stage. Her dad will be in the stands supporting her every step of the way, the same way he has been since Paige was 8 years old, walked into his office and said she wanted to be a pro skater. For Sports 360 AZ, I'm Claudia Collins.